In the vibrant heart of Bangkok, as the sun cast its first rays on July 5, 2017, a man known only as Alpha O2 sat comfortably behind his laptop in a lavish villa. A millionaire whose lifestyle was the envy of many. He relished his anonymity and safety in Thailand, surrounded by luxury and exotic cars. But that morning, his world was about to turn upside down. What happens when a simple car crash unveils a web of international intrigue? Imagine hearing a thunderous crash at your gate, only to find out the accident involves not just a local, but an agent of the Royal Thai Police, backed by the FBI and DEA. This wasn't just any accident. It was the pivotal moment authorities from 7 nations had been scheming towards for months. Could this be the end of the line for the notorious king of the dark web? Wired journalist Andy Greenberg recounts this gripping saga in his series On the Hunt for the Darknet Mastermind. For those intrigued by the shadowy underbelly of the internet, there's also a riveting episode from Darknet Diaries that dives deep into Operation Bayonet. As we rewind to the early 2010s, we see the dark web gaining momentum, promises of anonymity, and the allure of Bitcoin, a currency beyond government control, draw increasing numbers into this digital underworld. But what drives a marketplace to scale to over 100,000 users dealing in illicit drugs in just a few years? Consider the legendary Silk Road, launched in February 2011 and skyrocketing to infamy before its dramatic shutdown just 2.5 years later. What does it take to earn a life sentence in this high-stakes game against global law enforcement? And when one giant falls, another rises from the ashes. Just 35 days post Silk Road 2 emerges, followed by others like Evolution and Agora, each scrambling for dominance in this lucrative yet perilous arena. But what happens when the very operators trusted with the millions decide to pull the ultimate betrayal, an exit scam? Enter AlphaBay in July 2014, crafted by the mysterious Alpha O2. Within months, it wasn't just stolen credit cards being traded, but drugs, weapons, and even money laundering services. But why are certain lines like child abuse or Russian bank fraud strictly off limits? Could it be a strategic move to avoid the wrath of certain powerful entities, or a mere facade to mislead the law? As AlphaBay adopts features akin to Amazon for the dark web, think user-friendly interfaces and cryptocurrency payments. Consider the implications of a platform where anonymity is just a transaction away. What does it mean when your marketplace offers a tumbler to mix up traces of your digital dealings? What draws the line between a safe haven and a criminal empire? As we delve into this saga, ask yourself, in the vast expanse of the dark web, how thin is the line between anonymity and exposure? How close can we get to the edge before it all comes crashing down? AlphaBay, the titan of the dark web, swiftly grew to dominate its shadowy realm. Within its first year, the platform already boasted over 200,000 users and 40,000 sellers. By 2017, AlphaBay's listings had surged to 300,000, with daily sales surpassing $500,000. At the heart of it all was Alpha O2, now a multi-millionaire, who took a cut of 2 to 4% from every transaction. As the site's success exploded, Alpha O2 stepped back from daily operations, rebranding himself as admin and delegating to a team that included the mysterious The Snake. But who exactly was behind Alpha O2's mask? This enigma attracted the intense scrutiny of US investigators, igniting a global manhunt that spanned years. Back to the dark web saga, US law enforcement was relentless. By mimicking buyers on AlphaBay, they hoped to slip up a seller and trace back to the elusive Alpha O2. The big break came unexpectedly in December 2016, when an anonymous tip revealed an early mistake by Alpha O2, a visible email address in AlphaBay's welcome emails. This clue led to a cascade of discoveries: a forgotten social media profile, an outdated forum post, and various personal accounts that sketched a digital portrait of Alpha O2 as Alexander Kazes, a Canadian living in Thailand. Could this web of digital breadcrumbs be the undoing of the dark web's puppet master? And if so, what unseen threads might unravel next? As investigators closed in, the stakes couldn't be higher. Could Alpha O2 outsmart a world determined to unmask him? What secrets lay buried in the digital depths of AlphaBay? Stay tuned as this gripping tale of cyber sleuthing and shadowy intrigue continues to unfold. The trail of clues led investigators to Thailand's bustling capital, Bangkok, where they honed in on 3 properties owned by the elusive Kazes. Among these, a plush mansion in a gated community was particularly noteworthy. This was where Kazes, known by the alias Alpha O2, resided with his wife. His portfolio also boasted a holiday home in Phuket and an almost acquired villa in Cyprus. Living the high life, Kazes was frequently seen driving his Lamborghini through Bangkok streets, all while under the constant surveillance of law enforcement. These properties revealed more than just a life of luxury. One particular house in Bangkok, referred to by investigators as the Bachelor Pad, was the scene of Kazes' most secretive escapades. He was an active participant in a pickup artist forum under the pseudonym Romeo, where he shared tips on seduction while paradoxically promoting conservative family values. Despite his notoriety as the dark web's kingpin, his day-to-day life was surprisingly mundane. His routine consisted of checking social media early, working from home, and occasionally dining out with his wife. Unbeknownst to him, these ordinary activities provided investigators with a perfect template to strategize his arrest. In a twist of fate, just weeks before his capture, Kazes casually walked into the Athene Hotel in Bangkok, where American agents were stationed. This chance encounter raised the stakes. Had he noticed them? Meanwhile, in Europe, the expansion of the Hansa market drew attention of the Dutch investigators, who seized control of the market's servers in a covert operation, thanks to a critical tip-off. This set off a chain reaction, with European authorities tracking down and arresting the operators, tracing mysterious Bitcoin transactions back to a Dutch crypto exchange. As these events unfolded, the FBI and DEA orchestrated Operation Bayonet, involving multiple countries to synchronize the takedowns of AlphaBay and Hansa Market. This strategic timing intended to ensnare unsuspecting dark web users transitioning between platforms, a digital honeypot. On a pivotal day in July 2017, Kazes' world unraveled. A staged minor accident by law enforcement outside his Bangkok home lured him out, leading to his capture with crucial evidence readily accessible. His subsequent suicide in custody marked an abrupt end to his dominion over the dark web's largest marketplace. The shutdown of AlphaBay was kept under wraps initially, leading to rampant speculations among its users. As the dark web community scrambled, oblivious to Hansa Market's compromise, authorities amassed incriminating evidence against thousands. Following the closure of Hansa Market, the US Department of Justice declared the operation a significant triumph. Yet, the dark web saga was far from concluded. As markets like AlphaBay and Hansa were dismantled, new players like Hydra emerged, only to be taken down eventually. By 2021, AlphaBay resurfaced under D-Snake's leadership, highlighting dark web's persistent allure and resilience. In the ever-evolving cat-and-mouse game of the dark web, can true anonymity ever be achieved? Or is the promise of a hidden realm just an illusion? As authorities became more adept at tracking digital footprints, what lengths will future dark web titans go to stay one step ahead? The saga of AlphaBay reminds us that no empire, no matter how formidable, is ever truly invincible. Stay curious and vigilant. Explore these digital mysteries further by diving into the detailed accounts of Operation Bayonet, the rise and fall of AlphaBay.